What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now today, we're going to be discussing something that might actually worry a few people out here. Actually, it will probably worry the mass majority of people out here who usually watch my content, and that is, there is a possibility that skill-based matchmaking is going to be coming into Battlefield 2042. Now, as we all know, the best part about Battlefield, the most fun part about Battlefield, is the fact that there's no skill-based matchmaking. You hop into any random lobby, it puts you into a server browser, obviously. You get to choose which lobby you want, and this is why Battlefield, in my personal opinion, is far superior than Call of Duty, because Call of Duty will go out of its way to purposely try to match you up with someone of your own skill, but they will gladly put you in a horrible ping lobby, a lobby with booty cheeks connection. I mean, you're getting shot around walls 24/7, and they will do that to you purposely, just to make sure it's a fair competition. And they don't give you an option. They don't warn you that you're going into a lobby like that. They don't tell you you're going into a lobby like that. You have to get in there, experience it, and then decide to back out and research for another lobby. But on the other hand, when it comes to Battlefield 2042, and just the whole Battlefield franchise in general, you get a server browser, so you get to specifically see, pick, and choose whatever lobby that you want based off the connection, how many players are in that lobby, what's in the map rotation, anything that you specifically want, you can choose. But again, that's not the only reason why Battlefield outshines Call of Duty in this category specifically. Also, the skill-based matchmaking is completely toned down. Every time you join into a game, it will randomly generate the teams and put you on one side, and at the same time, if the other team is lopsided, and your friend's on the other team, you can still switch teams. You're not forced to stay on one specific side. So if you're getting your butt completely whooped, and the other team has less players for some strange reason, even though they're whooping you, you can switch on the low, and they will allow you to do that. Battlefield is known for its casual side. That's why it's outshined Call of Duty for many years, but again, the past two Battlefield games were not really that outstanding for the mass majority, even though I personally loved Battlefield 1, and Battlefield 5 has gotten a little bit better. At the end of the day, it's World War I and World War II. And even though the games are phenomenal when it comes to graphics and the animations and just the work that EA DICE has actually put into the games, nobody's really going to hang on to an old school shooter for that long. But back in the day with Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, a lot of Call of Duty players were actually transferring over to the Battlefield side because of that exact reason. It's a casual, fun experience. And even when you do get a sweaty game every once in a while, it's usually a team effort. So if your team gets whooped, your whole team is getting whooped. Not just you, it's a team effort, which kind of adds to the spice of the game. Call of Duty is 6v6. There's barely any players in the mix. So, if you get stomped, you're probably going to get pretty pissed off. And even if your teammates are still doing well and they're still holding their own, you could still get specifically stomped and it's going to piss you off. But some news was released for Battlefield 2042. That they actually are going a little bit more into detail and making a thicker skill-based matchmaking system, well, a team balancing system for Battlefield 2042. So every single time a game actually ends, in between the pre-game lobby, they are going to rotate the players, they're going to check out the stats of everybody in the game, and they're going to basically move players around on each side of the teams to quote-unquote balance it out. But if you're a Call of Duty fan and you hear this, you just think skill-based matchmaking, because this is what we've been dealing with every single year of our lives as Call of Duty fans. Every time we get out of a lobby, Activision tracks every detail of our stats down to just our plain old movement to match us up against people of equal skill level. And again, they push us further and further away with worse connections, and they also, again, force us to compete 24/7 in a casual game. But I want to tell you guys why I'm not that worried about the skill-based matchmaking when it comes to Battlefield 2042. And I know a lot of people are going to be stressed, and this might actually be a deciding factor for a lot of people. I'm sure a lot of people saw that and said, oh, skill-based matchmaking in Battlefield 2042? Nope, I'm not going to get this game. But for those who saw the news, let me just tell you why I don't think it's that big of a deal. You have to think, Call of Duty is a 6v6 game compared to Battlefield, which is 32 versus 32. It's a massive difference between the player counts of 6v6 and 32 versus 32. That's why a lot of pub stompers in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 played a lot of ground war instead of playing 6v6. The main reason, because there's less skill-based matchmaking with a larger player count. In 6v6, all you need is 12 players out of millions of players out there. So they have more opportunities to link you up with multiple players of your same skill level to make sure that you have the most equal competition out there. But when you have to fill a lobby up with 64 players, you can't really go ahead and focus too much on who's good, who's bad, who's meant for this team, who's meant for that team, especially when there's connection based around it. And again, that's why a lot of people went to ground war over 6v6 in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 because there was a larger player count. I believe it was like 32 players in Ground War, not the 64 like you see in Battlefield, but it was still a larger amount than what we usually see in Call of Duty. So I believe it was 32 players altogether compared to 12. So as you guys can obviously know, especially in Modern Warfare, which the multiplayer died very quickly, especially when Warzone came out. So already, the player count in these games are absolute dog crap. So to find 32 players of the same exact skill level is nearly impossible, which makes the skill-based matchmaking very low, allowing you to versus a lot of bots, a lot of people who aren't as sweaty and competitive, which gives pub stompers better experiences. And keep in mind, Modern Warfare 2019 had some of the thickest skill-based matchmaking that we've ever seen, along with Black Ops Cold War. So to be able to go over to Ground War and get a easier experience proves that larger player counts means less skill-based matchmaking. So if you think about it, Battlefield, which typically has, I believe, 64 players altogether in the lobby, we're now going to have 128 players. So we're pretty much doubling up on the player count, which means it's going to be 10 times harder to even find people of the same skill level. So I simply can't see skill-based matchmaking being an issue. And keep in mind, lobbies don't disperse every single game like they do in Call of Duty either. You stay in the same exact lobby. So if they're going to be shuffling around players in between every single game, at least they're not backing you out and, finding new players for you to go up against. No, it's going to be the same exact players. They're just going to be matching them around to make the overall battle even more fair and less unbalanced. And in a Battlefield game, that's very crucial. Because like I just said earlier, you have to understand in Battlefield, it's more of a team effort over a solo effort. If your whole team goes down, pretty much everybody on the team is going to be going negative or they're going to be getting slapped. I mean, yes, if you're good with guns and you can actually handle everything in the game, yes, you can probably still outfrag a lot of people and still go positive stuff, but the overall experience won't be that good if the whole team is getting dominated. So if the whole goal of this new matchmaking system is to just balance out the same lobby over and over again until, it's balanced out fights, which are obviously, as we all know, the best fights in Battlefield, it's fun to dominate, but to, completely wipe a whole team out gets a little boring. And as we all know, you don't get many kills either doing that. The best games where you get the most kills are the even fights where both teams can control a perfect amount of flags and it's very competitive. Those are the best Battlefield matches. And if that's the goal that they're trying to do, then I'm happy. As long as we're not backing out of the lobby and finding brand new players every single game we play so it can reevaluate us, I'm not mad, It's only trying to make the 128 player Battlefield better. Because can you imagine getting stomped out in a 128 player lobby over and over and over again every single game? That's not going to be fun, trust me. With that many players, you want to make sure that both sides are pretty equal. Also, I want to make this very clear as well. A lot of Call of Duty players who worry about skill-based matchmaking, you have to remember, Battlefield is a much different experience than Call of Duty. If you play with a 4 or 5 man party when you get into a Battlefield lobby, you can handle skill-based matchmaking a lot differently. In Call of Duty, it's more of a solo game, so when you run in, even with a full 6-man party, you're still playing solo, you're still trying to find solo gunfights, and you're just trying to stomp and pub stomp on your own. But in Battlefield, you play as a group. Especially with your friends, if you have a bunch of medics or support players, you have a few snipers and stuff like that, you guys communicate, you know where you're going, you all have a similar goal, we're all going to go to this flag, we're all going to go rotate around here, we're going to all go pick up this tank and try to, see how long we can last with the tank. Everybody has a similar mindset, and if you and your friends are able to have the similar mindset, are able to communicate and work together as a team, no matter who you go up against, they could be the most god-tier players in the world, more than likely, you and your squad will be able to come out on top. Because unlike Call of Duty, Battlefield is built around squad gameplay. And you can still play this game solo, don't get me wrong, you could definitely play it solo, but when you have a group of friends, you will definitely be able to survive, especially, like I just said, if you guys coordinate, if you guys pick the right classes, the right kits, you have enough medics, enough assault players to handle tanks and stuff like that, you'll be able to travel anywhere on the map and be able to dominate no matter what. So I gotta admit, to me personally, skill-based matchmaking and Battlefield 2042 is not going to be that big of a concern to me. I'm not that stressed about it. Until I actually see it with my own eyes and they prove to me that it's going to be an absolute sweatfest and a horrible experience, then I just don't think it's going to happen. I can't imagine 128 players and each and every one of those players is being individually evaluated to make sure that, they're in the right competition. I just can't see that. It's way too many players. I don't think anybody should be stressed about this, and at the end of the day, I think everybody is going to really enjoy this game. Because what a lot of people refuse to recognize about Battlefield is that your experience, whether it's going to be positive or negative, is based off of the whole team. It's not like Call of Duty where one individual can, really cause terror to everybody and piss everybody off in the game. No. Maybe a good helicopter pilot or a good tank player will be really obnoxious in the lobby, but down to the core, the only time you really get aggravated is when the whole enemy team is completely wiping your whole team. It's not from one individual, it's because of their whole team. So you need to make sure it gets balanced out. So I think with this new team-based matchmaking that they have coming into the game, we should be having some really even fights, and it's going to be a blast in Battlefield 2042. But guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like. If my homies hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new and you enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, want to chat with me, there's two ways to do so. I have a Twitter and Discord, both linked down in the description. And last but not least, if you want to catch me live stream some video games, I do that over on Twitch. Link to that is in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.